Hiya, welcome to my channel. I'm Yaritza Baez. I'm a business coach and entrepreneur, and I help aspiring and early stage entrepreneurs start, run, and grow their business through easy to follow systems and solutions that will make your journey and chances of success much easier doing what you love while providing value to others. And today is about 5 ways to control your home business cost. That's very important here. So pay attention if you're an aspiring entrepreneur. Okay, for those of you who are in the early stages, maybe you're spending a little bit more than you should. So let's find out here. Smart business owners know that to make profit possible, you need to keep your eyes on keep your operating costs very low. And if when you read in the news about big businesses closing down, if you pay attention to that, the majority will say to you that their operating expenses, operating costs were way too high and profits were obviously not enough. And so that's why most businesses go out of business. So, however, don't be fooled into thinking again, like you should try to run your business completely cost free. People, there is no such thing as a free meal. Okay, let's start with that one. And I see a lot on the internet about, oh, it costs nothing to start a business. Start a business with zero cost. People, it's impossible. Okay, this is already my second business. My husband is also an entrepreneur. He has started different businesses, and believe me, there is not such thing as a zero cost business to start with, to run it. Impossible. So even with all the free tools available out there, and it's still impossible. And if you get too much into that, clients may perceive that and they may not like it either. So put yourself again in your client's position. If you're running everything like a website, your services, your my solutions to you.wordpress.com or my services to you.blogger.com, it may not go down very well. It may not, it doesn't look very professional. At least invest on buying a domain name. It's like we're talking here about what, $15 a year. So at least buy the domain name. And again, so you see, that's one example that there is not free business. No cost, zero cost business. If I don't like, and I personally, like to see that someone goes to if you're starting a business, go to the extra mile and invest at least on the domain name. I mean, again, when it comes to your branding, don't put, on your website, or social media, don't go and steal photos from Google, Google Images. That's not right. It's against the law anyway. When there are so many websites out there where they provide very good quality stock photos, I personally believe that if you're having a website on, buy your own stock photos that go with the color, with your branding colors and things like that. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's a low investment, something that you could do. If you have take pictures of yourself, if you cannot afford to pay a photographer, a professional photographer, and do a portfolio of pictures for you, look, you could go into Skillshare and learn how to take really good pictures with your phone, whether it's an iPhone or whether it's an Android. There's ways where you can take really good pictures of yourself and keep the cost low if you don't have the budget for paying a professional photographer. Okay, so there is always alternatives out there where you don't need to break your bank account. So here I'm going to share with you the 5 ways to control your business costs while winning clients at the same time. Number 1, take inventory of all your software and subscription programs. What are you paying for? How much do you pay annually? Do you use all of these programs? First, when you do that inventory, once you find out, delete and unsubscribe from those programs and tools that you simply don't use. Because if you don't, even if it's a minimal fee, you're still wasting money that you could be using on something else that is really going to help you. So, you know what I mean? Just get rid of that. Kill it. And then also next, look at your monthly fees versus your annual fees. For example, in my case, I use, there are tools that I use, and I prefer to use them, pay the annual fee, because it works out much cheaper. Most services, like most tools, they'll give you a discount of some type if you pay annually. And so that's usually what I do. There are some, for example, that if I'm testing a new tool, and I'm not sure whether I want to sign up for a whole year, then I go on a month-to-month basis for at least for a couple of months. And yes, I will be paying more, but then because I'm not sure whether I want to subscribe for the whole year, I'd rather do that. And so that's one good example for you to go on a month-to-month basis. Use a program, but again, annual fees are worked out much cheaper than if you do month to month. Also, if you're starting out, another thing that you could do is the majority of programs that you will need to run your business, an online business, they have a free version, and then you can always upgrade once you start generating, or and your business start to grow and scale. Obviously, you will move on to the next step and you pay your subscription. There are still services that I use. I'm still on the free option. And there's others where I started using their free option and then move on and start paying their annual fee. So, I always recommend that you select tools that grow with your business, so you don't have to change altogether once you grow. Let's say you start with a free service and then you start growing, that service no longer good to you, and then you have to change the whole, the software completely and go to somebody else because you're no longer able to use it. So try to look for services that they can grow with your business. So you could start on the freebie version and then move into the paid version. Research newer program bundles. I like to always do that from time to time. If you use Microsoft Word frequently, check out, the Office 360 bundle, where you also get, for an annual fee, you get all Microsoft programs updated monthly, and so you will never have to worry about the newer version of PowerPoint or Word or whatever, because from time to time they update. That's one I have done with work in specific. I did their trial because I use Mac. I tested for a month, see how it worked, and then I subscribed to Microsoft Word on their yearly subscription. Another example could be with project management. They help you keep you organized. One of my all-time favorite is Google G Suite, Google Workspace. I don't know, they have changed the name quite a few times. So I pay for that one again on a yearly basis. It's like my headquarters in the cloud, in the cloud. So it works very good for me. I have everything in there. When it comes to project management per se, handling projects, that type of thing, there are other programs that are out there like FreeCam. There is Asana, Trello, Todoist, I think also. I mean, the list goes on. So check those out, see what works better for you. Bundles offer great way, it's a great way to streamline your business, which also saves you time, which in turn is still, saves you money. So check those out. And you can always send me a message. You can always write in the comments if you're looking for a specific tool that you would like to start using on something in specific. Let me know, and I'm happy to help. Another thing is to outsource tasks to a virtual assistant. Again, I know that if you're starting out, it's really hard to delegate and outsource to a virtual assistant because money is tight. Maybe you don't have enough clients coming in yet, so you are able to pay someone else to do things for you. But once you get to the point where you are actually able to do so, I want you to keep in mind that also hiring someone is a way to save money. And I tell you why. It's because if you are doing a task that is unfamiliar to you, that you dread to do, that you're not very good at it, you will spend more time figuring out how to work it out than an experienced VA that it will do it in 5 seconds flat. You know what I mean? So instead of you wasting 5 hours of your valuable time, which is the most important thing here, hire a VA for like 2 hours and use those 2 hours of your valuable time to perform money making activities. Perform those money making activities that are so important, that will pay also for that virtual assistant. And I know, again, it's difficult to hire someone, a VA on a retainer basis if you're starting out. But you could go to places like Fiverr.com and this is not a sponsor, and get someone to, you could hire a virtual assistant for like 5, 6, 10 hours, 20 hours. Let's say 10 hours. That's a good number. And they can do different tasks for you, and so those 10 hours you could use for money making activities. And also, again, a lot of people fall for this one. Don't fall for all the bells and whistles when it comes to program. Think wisely, think critically about any trainings or software you think you may need. A classic example, very easy one. Do you really need to jump into Infusionsoft, which is such a comprehensive and pricey? Well, it's not that it's pricey, it's just that it's such a comprehensive program that obviously the price is high because it justifies all that it does for you. But if you're starting out, to be honest, you don't really need Infusionsoft, and that once you start making like 50K a year, then I say you go ahead and get Infusionsoft or Ontraport, which are very comprehensive programs, and you probably will need someone to help you run it for you. So try things that on the lower price range, like if it's email marketing, you could use MailChimp, you could use SendFox from AppSumo, you could use MailerLite, ConvertKit, there are different things like that. ClickUp is out there, do many things also. So, of course, you can run into problems and you are worried about overhead cost. So let's keep things simple. Let's go for the lower end of things. Again, if you can go with a free subscription to start with, and then you move on and start paying. So the next one will be to roll your overhead business expenses into your coaching prices or whichever service you provide. It doesn't just apply to coaches. Every physical product available for sale includes the production cost, delivery cost, and the labor cost for making that product into their pricing. And when I say delivery cost, I'm not just saying because you're going to send it by mail. You need a software, a tool that will deliver those, where you will have those products where people then are able to download them. So there is a cost involved in that one. Place value on your expertise, because those products wouldn't be available if you didn't have the expertise to put in them, whatever it is that you're teaching, you're providing, and your time, obviously. Plus calculate your monthly overhead expenses to help determine the cost of for your products. Okay, so again, remember at the beginning I told you there is no such thing as a free business. And again, I see that a lot on over the internet. And finally, there is not such thing as a free meal. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you. Be aware of your overhead costs when you're starting your business. Don't go for the bells and whistles. Be reasonable. There's so many products out there that you can use that will help you run your business very efficiently, and you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to do so. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. You can always subscribe, and you can I'm always uploading videos here regularly. Also, you can join my community on Facebook, the Pocketbook to Business Success, where I share more business building tips and strategies. The link for my community on Facebook is at the top. In the cover, you will see the Facebook icon where you can click there and then join my community. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time. Bye-bye.